Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Vortex, where lies and falsehoods are trapped and exposed. I'm Michael Voris. Father Corapi and his decisions and recent actions are not the topic of this vortex. What is the topic is the Catholic media's response to his actions. The sanctimonious and self-righteous condemnation of Father John Corapi is frankly disgusting. And let me be very clear, this is not a defense or condemnation of Father Corapi's actions. Frankly, I don't know enough about the case to have an opinion. There are lots and lots of unanswered questions. But again, his actions and decisions are not the topic here today. The tone of the professional Catholics on the internet, however, is. And yes, we said tone. Faithful Orthodox Catholics who are sick of the corruption in the hierarchy, sexual, financial, and political, are constantly being slammed for the amorphous tone issue, as in too much clarity, but not enough charity. Well, if this is how these professional Catholics have ripped and derided Father Corapi, and this is what they mean by charity, then they need to go back to Catechism 101. I find it singularly interesting that none of them go out of their way to lay out full disclosure, meaning they don't say repeatedly that they draw their paychecks directly from the establishment church or live off it on the fringes through broadcasts or writings or being invited onto the public speaking circuit. They are disingenuous at best to not fess up to this. Here's a clear picture. Corapi, among many things he has said in the past, has pointed out the corruption in the church. He unabashedly talked about the angry homosexual subculture that controls so much of what goes on. He's blasted unfaithful bishops, meaning not only the obvious ones, but also the ones who are quiet and cowardly sit back and let heterodoxy and heresy spread unchecked. It isn't a stretch of the imagination to conclude that many of these enemies he has made and noses he's gotten out of joint among the bishops and their lapdog media lackeys are sort of glad to see all of this going on. And now the professional Catholics on the internet are piling on, first stating their supposed concern and prayers for Father John, and then launching into a stream of criticism that they themselves would wither under. No matter what Father Corapi has done, and no matter how he has responded, it is absolutely certain that there are many who are quietly enjoying this sad case. As far as they are concerned, one of their opponents is now gone. And many of those who are quietly happy about it are making their views known through websites with Catholic celebrities who have spared no time excoriating Corapi, demanding he respond as Padre Pio did, which is to suffer in silence. One professional Catholic even went so far as to insist that Corapi adopt the attitude of St. Thomas Aquinas and shut up. That's all well and good, and we should model the saints, but it's the tone these professional Catholics use when saying it, not to mention the overt hypocrisy. While they insist that Corapi become an instant model of sanctity, a good number of these professional Catholic celebrities are among the most backbiting, spite-filled individuals you will ever encounter in private. They have no business removing the splinter from Corapi's eye until they remove not the plank, but the forest from their own. I don't know the details of what went on in the curious case of Corapi, nor do I fully understand exactly what is going on right now. What I do know is that the professional Catholics on the internet who have extremely close ties to the very people Corapi tore into need to be a bit more upfront about those close ties they have with them. They need to stop slamming Corapi. Enough is enough, and start turning their invective toward the people destroying the church from the inside. And they could have the courage and grace to start with the influential people at whose table they are happy to sit and feather their own nests and fatten their own bellies in the process. And while they are blasting Father Corapi for his approach, they might recall that our blessed Lord saved his most extreme language for the professional crowd of religious hypocrites in his own day. But woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, because you shut the kingdom of heaven against men. For you yourselves do not enter in, and those that are going in, you suffer not to enter. God love you. I'm Michael Voris.
Please help us keep delivering these kinds of messages that so desperately need to be heard and acted on. Join RealCatholicTV.com today as a premium subscriber Become immersed in the faith established by Jesus Christ. The Catholic Church is the only hope against evil because that is its God-given mission. As our Lord said, apart from me, you can do nothing. Join RealCatholicTV.com today as a premium subscriber and come to learn and love Christ more deeply.